video, I'm going to make a prediction about 2026 that will hopefully help you. Now, obviously, I don't have a crystal ball. I can't see into the future, so I can't say that any of this stuff is definitely going to happen. But as always, we will do our very best to make a good, educated guess. And there's a bunch of things that have happened with Amazon recently that I think will obviously have effects in 2026. I mean, there's a part of this right here that will definitely have an effect in 2026. However, there's other things that we can get from this as well to hopefully help us with tuning in to the vibe in 2026 and hopefully making the most out of it, just like we made the most out of 2025. So there's some updates to referral and fulfillment fees from Amazon, and basically there's a bunch of reductions. Now, I believe I did a video on this not too long back, so I've already been through all of this with you guys. If you haven't seen that video, obviously please check that out. I think it was the last one or maybe the one before. But ultimately, you can find this article on Amazon Seller Central. So it's the 2026 updates to European referral and fulfillment by Amazon fees. There's also a version of this for the US as well. So everyone is being affected by some of these changes that Amazon are making. So they're having fee reductions essentially. And what we are wanting to look at a bit more is the categories right here. This is important, and this is where my prediction is going to come in. So we will reduce referral fees for clothing and accessories from 8% to 5% for items at and up to £15, 15 euros, 15 to 10% for items between £15, 15 euros and £20, 20 euros. We will reduce referral fees for home products from 15 to 8%, pet clothing and food, grocery and gourmet, vitamins, minerals, supplements. Okay, so these named categories are going to be predominantly affected by these reductions right here. And in a nutshell, if you're wondering why Amazon are doing this, I believe it is to compete with TikTok Shop and Temu, because those two platforms have risen very, very fast in terms of popularity, like insanely fast. And people are turning to TikTok Shop and Temu for these sorts of things where it's cheaper and I guess almost everyday essential kind of stuff. So they want to target that kind of market. And that's why I think that they're doing this, to encourage sellers to list sort of like similar things on Amazon, and they're going to try and compete with them head on. Now, obviously, Amazon are the top marketplace in the world, so I don't doubt that they will give TikTok Shop and Temu a big old run for their money, quite literally. And as a seller, I think it's going to be very beneficial to maybe divert a bit more focus onto the named categories here. And I mean, it's going to work out a bit better for you anyway because of the fee reductions. So we are looking at clothing and accessories, grocery, home stuff. So if we come into sellability, obviously it might be worth just favoriting a bunch of the stores that meet those specifications. So for example, approved food, that's one. I'm on the UK side here, but there'll be plenty of great options that are very similar on the US side as well. Just my look, I imagine there's some things in there. Next, Woolco, Argos, there'll be plenty of those sorts of things there. Obviously, when it comes to grocery stuff, you have to be a bit careful because of expiry dates. So please don't forget that when you are analysing things. Obviously, with things like, for example, confectionery sweets and stuff like that, you don't really have to worry about that as much because their expiration dates tend to be a very, very, very long way away most of the time. It's stuff that can expire faster that you have to worry about. So maybe favourite some of those kinds of stores. So the things that predominantly have foodstuffs, grocery, clothing, home stuff. Or you might prefer, and what might be easier, is by doing category. So if you were to come in here and let's go for fashion. I know, men's fashion, and you can break that down a bit more. So clothing, maybe accessories will have cheaper things, because accessories are accessories. I don't know. But doing it like this and maybe breaking it down only as far as clothing, you could go further than that if you wanted to. But maybe scanning by category and therefore subcategory will be incredibly useful for finding things that meet those specifications. And obviously with the reduced fees, it works out a bit better for you. And I think Amazon may favor listings that meet those specifications, because without those listings that do that, they aren't going to be able to compete with TikTok Shop and Temu very well, given that they are relying only on themselves to fill that gap. So there is clearly something that Amazon want, and if you can give that to them, not only is it going to help you out big time, it helps Amazon a bit too, and platform continues to do well, you continue to do well as a result. They hopefully favor your listings, which is better for you. And yeah, that is my prediction for 2026. I am fairly certain that that is what's going on based off of everything that's been said here. It doesn't matter if it's UK, EU, US, all of it is good. That's what Amazon wants. And hopefully this will help you hit the ground running in 2026.